The following program is rated A for being awesome. Ha! Who are we kidding? This show is crude and probably shouldn't be watched by anyone. But it's too late now. You're here and this ride is already underway, so enjoy it, and remember, we do not offer refunds. And as usual, don't forget this is a live show, so send us your comments and let your voice be heard, and don't forget to share and like everything you see.
No, it has to be Nightmare Chess. Where you use the Nightmare Chess cards to play, then that can be fun. Because it can be like a weird game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And chess. You're like, I laid my trap card down. You're like, ha ha ha. And everyone has to have the weird hair. Like, I would totally do chess that way.
They were so focused on if they could do it, they didn't stop to think if they should do it.
They should do it!
It's like Burger King's weird mac and cheese Cheeto thing.
I don't care. Bro, when you look at the Attack on Titan porn parody Titans, they look better. How do you make them look better? They don't have genitals.
They do in the porn parody version.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Fanservice. Hooray, we're back after a crazy week of taking things off last week.
What, like, did something in the news happen? I don't know.
Yeah, we avoided the internet most last week. We didn't do a whole lot of anything. So we're back this week with more fun for you guys. This is Fanservice, your weekly geek field trip to the world of pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Gavin, joined by Harley and Joe. And
I'm Cassandra.
showing off her birthday gift. Or
I'm very
yeah.
I bought $300 worth of clothes, and this is the only not clothes thing that my wife bought me.
Well, welcome back. As you guys know, we like to go into the weird stuff we find in the news and internet, which entertains us humorously. I have officially joined TikTok. Thank you, Harley, for opening that thirst trap hole. Like, I didn't understand how thirst trap fucking TikTok was till I got on it. Because you're either seeing parents making fun of kids or sexy fucking people being sexy.
Yep.
Like, there's no middle ground.
There's multiple sides to TikTok. Like, there's craft your TikTok and the dark side of TikTok. And then you got thirst TikTok. And then you got, like, drag TikTok and mom TikTok. And there are so many. And it weirdly is, depending upon what you like, will depend upon what you start seeing.
Also,
Well,
you have gay TikTok, trans
stuff.
TikTok, you have gamer TikTok, you have all the TikToks.
Yeah, I
Furry TikTok.
go through them and it's freaking hilarious. So I'm trying to do one a day, Monday through Friday. I'm still learning how to use it. So I think my most complicated one was my In Memory of Destiny 2 stuff going away on Monday night.
That was
That was hilarious. I did get my new Xbox yesterday. It showed up in the middle of the day. That fucker's 14 goddamn pounds, but worth every penny. Like, oh my God, things are so much prettier and faster. It's not even funny. Instead of taking 5 minutes loaded in Destiny, it takes 20 seconds. So, but of course, Destiny 2's launch was so severely foobarred.
What a shock! Activision fucked it up?
It's not Activision.
Wow.
They're not with Activision
hey,
anymore.
just remember, they're a small indie company.
They are a small indie company. It was so bad, but the comments on Twitter against the Bungie help bot was fucking just gold priceless. Like, I get it. It took us 2 hours to get into a game that should have been open at 11 because their servers weren't ready, and then it was crashing every 5 minutes, and then Xbox Live crashed because of the Xbox Series X. It was a bad day for gamers yesterday until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So
You make this sound like you've never had to deal with this in a game before.
well, I missed
like after Christmas every year.
Like every 2 years, WoW gamers deal with that.
Yeah,
Actually,
I don't
there's
deal with
stats
that
about
very
gamers
often.
with that.
I was gonna say was like any MMO player. Remember when
Yeah.
City of Heroes would release a fucking patch,
I do remember.
and then the
City
chat
Heroes
stopped
stuff.
working?
Yeah, I remember all that stuff, but it was very interesting yesterday to say the least. And so there was that. We had all sorts of fun doing that. And then, like I said, we were off all last week because we just were in a very tense place. We talked about it briefly Thursday at the end of Super Gamer Bros, but we still have to go through the season finale on. We don't know what kind of fucked up shit's gonna happen.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I cried in my wife's arms the night that it looked like how I wanted this series to end wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it would have been pretty bad for most of us. Like, I understand everyone has their own views and opinions, but when it comes to your friends and family or loved ones, you really should have their best interest at heart as well. So I'm not really talking to my dad very much right now. He and I had it blow up on election night, and I understand. I don't hate him. I don't want to talk to him right now because he is one of those blind Republican everything. It doesn't really matter because he doesn't look beyond his own horizon. So that's all we're going to really talk about.
Somebody that I was playing.
Yeah, we went through a lot of shit last week and it's still going on. So let's go ahead and get this fun show started. Jill is joining us because it's lots of fun. I love Harley and Jill. Like, I went down the other day to get some vinyl letters for these ornaments I'm making, and Jill's playing Warcraft, showing me her little, I don't fucking know what it is, a mogwai, and her mouths are bigger than she is. I'm like, what is this? Like,
Your mogwai.
you look like a mogwai wearing like a cult robe.
You mean like a murloc? It goes. Whoa.
It's a Volkirin. It's a tiny little fox person.
Look like
I'm
a
amazed
mogwai.
Harley hasn't made one yet.
I'm surprised as well because that was so funny.
Okay, you don't actively play on one.
I've been working on my Night since 2017. I'm not changing it.
Little fox creature.
So we're gonna, since everyone wants to talk Warcraft, we're doing it at the end of the show, so I can let them rant a while until I have to just wrap this shit up. So we're gonna start with this horrible, horrible 2 meme images you guys sent to the chat of made up beer. One was ramen flavored and one was mayonnaise flavored. Who the fuck has the time to create this and be like,
I don't know,
but
but it was so gross because the ramen flavor had like the liquid in front of the beer.
Yeah, just like when you take that lid off and water comes out, it looked exactly like a fucking cup of soup. And then the mayonnaise.
So
no, that was not even funny with the mayonnaise one, y'all.
Are these people serious when they make this, or is this literally designed to be a gag gift that people then turn around and take way too seriously?
I want to know, like, I've got a pretty fucked up mind, but how fucked up is your mind in life when you create a meme image of mayonnaise beer? Like, who sits around going, I wonder if mayonnaise and beer would be good together?
White stoner people.
Somebody who's really drunk. I would buy them solely to give to the super drunk person when they're so drunk they don't know what they're drinking anymore.
No, because you would do that, and the second they take a sip, they'd spit it out and throw the can at you. I'm not that fucking drunk.
Oh, I looked at it as the equivalent of was it the supposed Simpsons episode in South Park where Bart replaced the yummy centers of candy with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That Butter's ultimate evil plan. It turns out the Simpsons did it. It was the Simpsons did it episode. This is like that.
I may or may not have injected Twinkies with toothpaste and or mayonnaise in my time.
Honestly, who hasn't? It's the easiest thing to do. And it's so funny when they bite into that. Oh my god. It's hilarious.
Hello, puppers.
Yeah, so I had to laugh about those. I don't want to know where you found them or why you find them. You guys is just, it's not funny. So yeah, I was like, oh, I see a lot of weird stuff. But like I said, I stayed off social media most of last week. I was just done with it. So thank you guys for ruining my lunch. That when you guys, whoever sent the mayonnaise one, you're even worse. The ramen one I can kind of see. But my question is, do you have to open it and pour it in the seasoning packet and then close it back up and wait for it to just ferment?
Well, there's way too much thought process in this.
It's your fault, Jill. It's your fault because you encouraged her to send it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was just thankful that
she sent it to you.
And then she sent me the. You did what?
I said I was just thankful that I had a role-playing game that was like being kickstarted. I looked at, so I was like reading about thirsty sword lesbians. So I was like, I'm putting you to the side. Fuck off. Let's go over here.
Thirsty sword lesbians would drink mayonnaise beer.
They would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
How redneck do you have to be to think that mayonnaise beer is a good idea?
Drunk stoners. I'm telling you, drunk white people stoners.
It has to be drunk white people stoners.
Yeah, there is no other minority group that drunk I would go,
Would you drink mayonnaise?
mayo beer.
Even
So
he's like, no.
who came up with the cup of soup one? Would it be the Mexicans or would it be the Japanese?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Do you think do you actually think they have that over there? Like, do you think they really, because they love their fucking cup of soup?
There, I promise I will send you a picture and try to figure out how to smuggle it back over here.
Because they probably do. They probably have cup of soup soda, cup of soup snack crackers. Like, they live for that stuff over there.
All
Dude,
the weird shit.
You can't bring that back. You can't.
That will cause. That's how COVID starts.
Yeah, this is how you end the world.
If that were the case, we would have ended it by now with how
Right.
much stuff we ship back and forth.
True story.
So,
All right, so I want to talk about this weird boycott of the witches because we did our watch party. We had a good time with it. Jill had the perfect moment to do the music over the exploding fart witches. Like, we had the best time watching the movie. Not a really good version of the movie. So now Warner Brothers is getting attacked because apparently there is a human disfiguration that gives you 3 fingers. And they're now saying they feel attacked by the depiction of the witches in their 3 talons, making it think that Warner Brothers is saying everyone with 3 fingers is a monster.
Well, Nightcrawler has 3 fingers. What are they gonna do about Kurt Wagner?
Yeah, Ninja Turtles have 3 fingers. Like
Ninja Turtles, Nightcrawler. I mean,
Yeah.
I can give you a list of people that have 3 fingers.
So I forget.
well, I mean,
what it's
also
called.
the actor who played I forgot MASH, the TV series. It was the clerk.
Radar?
Oh,
Radar.
Radar.
Radar actually has 3 good fingers. If you ever notice, you don't see one of his hands in the entire series.
I mean, it wasn't
People just
anything
look for something to
intentional.
attack.
They literally said they were talons. He physically told you they have talons for hands. They're not saying they have disfigured hands. They're saying, why are you going to make a big issue out of something that's not really that worth making an issue about?
Because there's a bunch of fucking white people that are mad about everything.
They have to make an issue with everything.
But you
Everything
don't
that
have
counts
to.
has to have
What
an
happened to the day where we could just accept things and have fun and laugh at things that not everyone finds the same thing. Yes, not everyone finds the same thing humorous. Not everyone finds the same things offensive. Like, I don't even know how stand-up comedians do it these days because they really can't make jokes about anything. Like,
so what I was gonna say was there's a guy in Austin, and all he does all day is he drives around Austin to various locations and checks how they are in violation of ADA, the American Disabilities Act, and he threatens to sue them unless they give him money. That's all this guy does all day. The Austin, there are people in Austin that actually deal with handicapped people who are denounce this guy and say he's not part of us.
There's no reason for that. Like, this guy's just looking for an easy out instead of going to work every day for 9 to 5. That's how I feel about that. But it's completely different.
And that's what these people are doing.
It's not just that. They're like, look what happened to Johnny Depp because he lost the defamation lawsuit. He's now out of his career's done, even though he didn't do anything really wrong. They proved that.
Bitch cut his fucking finger off.
They proved it was Amber Heard's, but she's fine. But because he lost the defamation lawsuit for whatever reason, he is now out of he's done. He's pretty much just done in Hollywood.
I don't think so, because right now a lot of the fans are
done too.
I think
nowadays you can't. I mean, if they really want to play this way, and I'm waiting for the day it happens, where they go after the superheroes, going, "Well, Thor is a Norse god. You're taking our culture."
Only white people in America give a shit about that.
Well, so and so is this. You're taking our culture. We're doing this. You're doing that. I'm like, when did becoming offended become so bad?
It's a new culture. That is the new culture.
I can understand when it's something that's warranted. Like Columbus Day. I completely understand. That should not be a holiday. We glorified something that was horrible, but sharing your culture and telling stories with everybody is not appropriation. I understand when they say we need better representation on film and in media because it has been a system for a while, But if you
Yeah, it's
can't
all
find the
YB.
right, but if you can't find the right fit for things, then what are you supposed to do? If you tell a story and my story is seen a very specific way, but everyone thinks it should be incorporated with whatever they think it is, then it's no longer my story that I'm trying to tell for film. But when you're telling things like comic books and you have these histories and things, I get it. There's some things that they could change to make it a little bit better. Like we were talking about Teen Titans yesterday on Brad's Red Web, and there was a huge history that I didn't even know about. And it was about representation and things like that. And so I love that. And I love the fact that we live in an age where we're approaching this, but there's also a thing where you take it too far, y'all. When you want to attack a movie for saying they have talons and they have 3 fingers, and you want to be like, well, I only have 3 fingers to have this deformity, you say I'm a monster. That's not what they're saying at all. They're
No, it's
not
not.
saying that in
You're
the least.
overreaching, and you're just looking to be offended.
And
That's what people do nowadays.
we don't need people to just be looking to be offended anymore. We need to have people who have these conversations, like I've said, to engage and enlighten and maybe change the future with more inclusion. But do you need more inclusion of deformed people with 3 fingers? Then say so. Write a story, write a series. Which,
Write a series
by
about
the
it.
way,
It doesn't make you like the Lobster Boy.
I started a new series on Hulu that I had no idea existed, and I have no idea how it got greenlit in this day and age, called A Teacher. And it's about a teacher who seduces one of her children.
Probably because it's based maybe loosely off a real series of events. Because, God, how many times was it in the last
I
3
have
years
a
we've been?
feeling it's something like that, like the act with that fucking Mommy Dead and Dearest crew we had on from that documentary.
Yeah.
But like, it's bizarre that they did this today. It's got a great cast, and the first 2 episodes are on Hulu because it's a weekly thing on FX. But it's a Disney thing at the end of the day. Disney bought this and just decided to go ahead and release it.
Wow.
That's what else killed me about it. Like, it's a very adult show, and it lets you know at the ending, hey, if you're having problems, call this kind of phone number, blah, blah. If you know people who experience this, call this. It lets you know ahead of time. The show has sexual interactions, it's grooming small people. Like, it has all the warnings and bells and whistles. But I was like, really? This is what we're going to do? Like, this can't be a 2-season show. It has to just be like a miniseries. No, it's a whole season, so we'll see how it plays out. But that's the other thing is I came across someone who boycotted Netflix because of Cuties. And I was like, do you understand what the controversy is? They picked the wrong image to promote it, but it's a foreign film from a different culture from a woman who lived this and thought it was sad that this is the way life is. So she documented it in a story on film that's basically her journey and how she lost herself. Well, no, because they're just promoting pedophilia. I said, but she had no problems with toddlers and tiaras or dance
these people that
moms.
don't have a problem with dance moms or toddlers and tiaras.
All those other things. You're gonna
But it's
you're gonna
because
jump
they
on a
were-
bandwagon.
They were doing the crybaby. It's
Yeah.
offensive.
And I said, if you don't want to watch it, then just don't watch it. Yes, they bungled the promotional poster for it, but that was their choice to do. They made a bad choice. It was just a bad choice because they wanted to go after the dance moms people.
I
But
mean,
to
my thing
boycott it over
is
that without
people
like,
are upset about that poster, yet there's a kids' bop version of WAP.
yes. You can't pick and choose your battles, y'all, and you have to understand what it is you're upset about and look into it. Like, this
Here's the
movie
thing,
won
if you
all
cancel
sorts of
everything
awards.
that somebody somewhere was offended to, you couldn't have anything.
Well, you'd have this show because we wouldn't give a fuck.
Well, no, if you can't show, stream, or produce any kind of show that any person anywhere could be offended by, you will have nothing. You won't even have news outlets.
Because
Oh
they
my
offended
God.
me.
So,
Sorry,
keeping
Greg.
up talking about this cancel culture, after last week's Mandalorian, now Baby Yoda is a target. Now, let me be very fair. I'm done with Baby Yoda. He's fine. I hope he just gets home at the end of the season because I'd like the Mandalorian to move on past the babysitter lone wolf cub thing because I think it could go really far. But, okay, who here watched last week's episode?
I
the only
don't
one?
have it.
So,
I don't have HBO
in
Max.
essence,
It's Disney
it's
Plus,
Disney
not
Plus.
HBO Max.
In
All right, I don't have
essence,
Disney Plus. Sorry.
Baby Yoda the child, like Yoda, likes to eat eggs. And
No, it was
the
frogs.
hold on.
Frogs, because it was a reference back to the first season.
So the Mandalorian has to take a frog mom with her canister of eggs to her home planet so that she can do what she needs to do. Baby Yoda breaks into the jar and starts eating eggs. Like, he's fascinated until he can eat them. And now everyone is, because you take the cute little animal and forget he's a toddler who's going to do stupid things and be like, oh, no, I'm just done.
So here's my thing. If this is her last brood and that container is so easy for a toddler to get into, how the hell does it not open up? I'm sorry, dude. When it gets knocked over sideways.
I know, like, it's not a child-proof canister apparently, but it is spider-proof. It is ice-proof. It is all sorts of other things proof. So it was a little bit of a lazy story plot writing. Like, I would have been holding on, I think, the whole time. I would not have let it out of my sight.
Exactly.
But he is a toddler, y'all, and toddlers do stupid shit, like projectile
in the
vomit.
other room, he does stupid shit all day. Like today,
That's what they do.
The furniture.
When I was a kid, I stuck grasshoppers in my mouth.
Ew.
We
Protein.
all did stupid
Protein.
things, and now they're like, well, now he's not this wholesome character. He's a fucking kid, y'all.
He still is a wholesome character. He is a toddler who was hungry, who smelled something that he liked. He likes frogs. I mean, hell, how many did he eat in the first season?
I don't know how many did he eat in the
He
first
ate
a lot in the
eight
first
frogs
season.
in the first season. There's even a toy where you can feed him a frog.
It was gross. I saw it at Walmart.
Well, I was laughing because Funko's already made a pop of Yoda eating eggs. Like, they were releasing. I was like, that was fucking quick, y'all.
Like that.
And so, yeah, I still like the Mandalorian, but I just think Baby Yoda, the child, is on way too much product now. I have my Build-A-Bear. I'm good with it. I may buy a Christmas ornament just because, but I don't need Baby Yoda everywhere. I don't need, like,
Baby Yoda.
every Monday, Disney Store does a Mandalorian Monday release, and it's all Baby Yoda stuff. Like, they just slap that shit on pencils, book bags, like.
So you
Fanny
don't
packs.
need the Baby Yoda keychain I have?
No, I don't.
Jenny needs your other Baby Yoda keychain.
Pocky.
I'm gonna pierce its ear.
Yes.
You had something to say.
Did I was gonna ask what was the controversy you explained because I hadn't watched it.
Because Baby Yoda was eating this woman's eggs.
Yep.
Out of a canister. Like they were
They were the last brood of her line, so they're the last children she'll ever have.
And she had to transport them in a backpack canister full of water.
And Baby
Yeah.
Yoda
Okay.
ate them.
And that little
Baby
bitch
Yoda
kept
ate
getting into
like
the eat them.
4 of them out of like 30.
Yeah. And then he tried to eat more, but then he ate a spider egg. And I was like, that little fucker needs to stop.
I was gonna say was also so Baby Yoda is now the Deadpool of everything.
Yeah, I'm over the merchandising of them. Like, I want to see, because they did tease Boba Fett. I found out it is Boba Fett, and we know we're getting Ahsoka Tano. I want to know how they're gonna play it out, but they need to deliver Baby Yoda home so they can move on.
Well, I mean that's what they've been throwing in the trailer.
Yoda is the whole story plot behind this stuff.
Yeah, but you can explore this out or just end it. Let it just end when it needs to end. Don't drag it out, because I know they're working on other Disney series, but now they want to cancel culture Baby Yoda because he was a toddler eating sugar, basically.
Okay, I want to see.
This sounds like angry fans to
that is
me.
in cancel culture, and I want to see. Okay, that means you're never gonna feed your child another egg.
Gavin, he was
What?
Dory on Halloween.
Oh my god, yeah, Dorian was trying to feed people in masks candy through the little mask hole, and then I guess he was not used to so much sugar and root beer. He decided to projectile vomit all over my living room, and it was just like,
Dressed up like Baby Yoda.
And
We
I
should
have never
preface this by
seen.
going, he was Baby Yoda for
He was
Halloween.
Baby Yoda, and I have never seen Harley more terrified in her life.
I don't do
She
vomit.
was just like, she was speechless. And I just got out towels because I have a cement floor and got some on the carpet, the floor carpet, so I got the carpet cleaned out. We're fine. Not a big issue. I've had kids before. But he was just like, bah! Like, I don't know where all this shit came out of. There was no candy. It was all root beer. So, yes.
The candy went straight to his ass.
He ate a shit ton of candy. He kept stealing candy from me. Then he kept giving candy to people. He reached into somebody's car to try to feed the dummy mask candy. Like, he was just having the best time. But
And then
that's
he
what-
climbed the stop sign like a stripper pole at the end of
Yeah.
the street.
that's what toddlers do, y'all. That's what kids do. They're not perfect, and they're gonna go get what they want. So, to be
It's just
mad,
really honestly, this honestly just sounds like angry fans. Like,
it
like-
goes beyond angry.
well, I
fans.
mean, like when there was a cosplayer that cosplayed as the sister from Demon Slayer, and and also kind of did a scantily kind of clad pose with a couple of the photos. They got mad at her for slutifying a character.
I mean, I get mad at people for solidifying shit all the time, but you know.
I don't understand the need to solidify things. Like I've said it before, I don't need a slutty Darth Vader. Y'all, nothing about me ever said I'd like to fuck that. Not even remotely possible. I don't need a
Maybe
slutty
with
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader with Jason Momoa's body.
Ooh. I'd fuck that.
Well,
See, there's
I mean,
jokes there.
keep
Let's
telling
let it
us.
go, y'all.
so I was gonna say Darth Vader is the ultimate leather daddy. I mean,
Yeah, but not when you give him boobs and like a thong and a little like pleated dress and like no,
Oh, I
Darth
got
Vader's not
things
sexy.
fits into Gavin now.
I don't. You no, I'm not opening it. I'm not letting you in my house. You're out of luck.
Because that's been so.
All right,
Misty
so
Dick
she's
Bo.
gonna put it on a laptop and she's gonna be like, "Hey Gavin, come look at this cool thing for a while." And you're gonna look over and she's gonna alt tab right over. And be like,
I won't
"Ah!"
because she said cool thing and wow, not existent. I'm not falling for that. She needs to find something like she knows my vices. She goes, look at this ooh la la video. I'd probably watch it. So
Look at Gavin. Gavin, look at us doing Ooh La La Space Channel 5 dances.
now I'm going to be worried about that. Like you sent me that TikTok earlier. I was debating whether I should open it or not about the floor goblins, which was fucking hilarious.
I told you
But
about
I'm
the
like-
Four Goblins though.
I know, but I was like, is this going to be a thirst video? Because I don't know if I can handle any more thirst videos. Because holy fuck, these people are hot.
Gavin
Like,
can't
this is
get over the boners.
this is ridiculous hot.
Boners
like-
for days.
There's a whole new level of hotness on here. I'm like, good lord. I need to go back in time and just, get on this way back when I was much younger. All right. So,
Oh, there
Next
we
Can
go.
you
up.
imagine if
Go
this
for you
existed
now.
when we were younger?
That'd be dangerous.
I grew up
Dangerous.
in an age where the internet was not around, so I could do all my stupid shit and nobody fucking knows. Now the internet is forever. You can never escape the
internet
stupid
is
shit you
for
do.
porn.
Oh God, Jill, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I saw it pop up.
Do it.
It's a photo.
Do it.
It's just
Fuck
a Pokemon.
you. It's not
I
going to be a
was-
Pokemon.
I was just thinking back in the times when you had to upload a 30-second boob bounce video and it took me like 3 minutes.
I halfway expected the bowl to be on his ass. Just
I did too.
why? Oh my God. I don't even know where you found that. I'm not sharing that with y'all, by the way. You don't need to see it.
Facebook. We found it on Facebook, Gavin.
All
Where
right.
do you think I find this shit?
Sexifying images
So,
or solidifying images.
I like technology, but this year has been hard on a lot of businesses, especially movie theaters. And I want to know what Pocky thinks about this one. There is a new device being thrown out there on Indiegogo called The View, and it's a camera for your TV that you will now buy pay-per-view tickets based on people watching for movies, concert events, and like Broadway shows. Do you think this is the future we're going to end up going to?
No.
Oh,
I want to know.
I'm having to rent an extra device.
No, you're not renting it. You just buy it. And it sets your TV. It uses this software called pay-per-viewer, so it can tell who's watching. And you got to buy a ticket for each person that's watching. It knows when people are just walking by, but if someone's going to sit there, then it's going to pause and make you buy another ticket.
I want to take you back in time, 1990 something, when DivX was introduced, and they're like, you can buy or rent this disc, and if you put it in your machine, it will immediately start counting down the seconds till you can't watch it anymore. And that thing, you had to buy a special device to use it. You had to hook up a Cat 56K modem attached to it, and that thing flopped so fucking hard that Best Buy, after 3 weeks, immediately put it on clearance.
That's a completely different era, dude. We're in a much more modern time. People are way too afraid to go out anymore. We don't know when this is going to end. We don't even know if movie theaters are going to be really reopening up. I mean, some of them probably will, but some of them
Movie
aren't
theaters
coming
will-
back.
Drive-ins.
Drive-ins, but sometimes people don't do that, and plus I can see the benefit of I don't ever get to see Broadway
Nickeling
shows.
and timing everybody to death.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I'm for this. I'm just saying I don't get to see Broadway shows. We don't live in New York. It's expensive to go there. But if we could buy a ticket and watch it, like especially if you came to my house to watch it, because I watched fucking what was the one on Disney Plus?
Hamilton?
Hamilton. I watched it in this Dolby Atmos, so it was like you were in the fucking theater, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. I could do that at home. So I see the benefits of it, but I don't think this is going to succeed because I think you're right. I think people are afraid of the. I mean, look how they acted with the Kinect.
Oh, we have to cancel Baby Yoda. He only has 3 fingers.
Uh-oh. Cancel Baby Yoda.
The point of going out to a movie is to go out, so you're not in your house. You get it on a big screen.
Yeah.
I like it because it's a day I don't have to talk to somebody on.
But it's also
Okay. Also,
really...
there's also already 3 streaming services for Broadway. There's literally one called Broadway USA.
Yeah, but there's
which allows you
nothing
to
new.
stream.
It's all old.
Shit.
Yeah, all
Right.
these are all old.
And nothing's new.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing. Do you think they're really going to put Hamilton and a couple of the really, really big Broadway shows on this thing? Or are they going to put the...
No.
Are they going
They
to put
would
Cats?
because you're buying tickets to it, and you're only watching it once. So they would expand their audience to more than they could fit into a theater. And with concerts, I can see this working for concerts, especially because who wants to pay money to go sit in the nosebleeds and not see anything? Like when we saw Baby Metal for the first time, we were in the second tier of their fucking football stadium. We could see them, but they were like G.I. Joe size, way the fuck down there. And it wasn't optimal. And they sold out that theater that whole stadium for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now imagine if you get to see it at home in a live concert event. I understand there's something about being there, but I liked when we saw Baby Metal at ACL, where it's not a big space, everyone gets a good view no matter where you're at, and it was just a good time. But when you sell out these fucking stadiums, no one's actually seeing you. There's no point. You're just at the point just raking in money off of your fans. They're not getting a good experience.
I just don't see this working at all. And the people who are hardcore enough for concerts and Broadway are going to spend the money to see it.
True.
Everyone else will either get it on DVD or get it when it goes into one of these streaming platforms.
They don't release a lot of the concerts on digital or DVD.
It's a cultural atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a very well. I don't understand why everyone has to be high to go to a fucking concert. Like everybody's high and drunk. Like, can you not just go enjoy the music?
We're not high and drunk. We're just enjoying it.
Every time I go out with Phil, there's the dude selling the stuff out of his backpack. Everyone is like completely wasted, and they're just moving around like a bunch of drunk white people dancing.
Out with stoners.
Well,
That
all
would be
their
part of the
concerts are
atmosphere of it for them.
stoners.
Like when I go to plays, I like the fact that I'm going to a nice theater. I have to dress up nice to go.
Yeah.
And I drink my $50 wine.
And I like the atmosphere and the ambiance.
Yes.
The ambiance. I don't
See,
get that in my living room. In my living room, I have to listen to a dog bark and a baby cry and the ambulance drive past in the middle of a song.
I'm just wondering how long it's going to be till we actually move to this type of model after this year. Going to see a movie as a family is expensive. That's why Universal loved releasing Trolls at home right when COVID hit, because families could rent it for their entire family for 24 hours for $20. And people were more comfortable doing that because their kids could watch it over and over again than spending, let's say a family of 6, that's $60 at a $10 movie theater just to go out. Plus you got to buy all the food. That's racks up a lot of money to go out with kids that you can't really get to sit down sometimes. And they want to be just weird. And sometimes theaters can just be kind of weirdly skeezy. But the Metropolitan.
When you're talking about Broadway productions, nobody takes their kids to a Broadway production, particularly if you're talking about an adult, like something you have.
Oh, I get that 100%, but it's
100% wrong.
How many seats they can sell? How many? What is their house capacity? That's what they're limited to.
The house capacity for a Broadway musical can be anywhere from 20 people, depending on if you're low-end Broadway, all the way up to like 2,000 to 3,000 people in a big stadium.
So now imagine you could film that and stream it for people who cannot be there and create another income source to better the play, maybe pay more people, create new effects, make the next big thing. They should just do it on demand. I 100% agree with that. Like, I don't agree with what they're doing, but I have a feeling we're going that way at some point in time.
If you go that route, you're also having to pay your actors less, which means your actors aren't going to either going to have to get paid more for a single shot, or B,
residual income for every time for every time it is streamed.
See, that would be the smart route. The residual income.
Because let's say you do a typical show run. Let's say that's what, 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
That's typically somewhere between 1 performance on a weekday,
4 performances on a weekday.
4 performances on a weekday,
6 on the weekend.
six on the weekend. You know that, and you get paid per show as a person. That is your job for 6 months. So let's say
And on top of that, you've got the months where you're rehearsing, not even just show run.
and a lot of those people don't rent apartments for those 6 months because they're touring, so they're traveling. So for 6 months out of the year, it's like Ren Fair people. For a lot of the time out of the year, unless they have a show they're going to, they've got to find ways to make ends meet in between.
It's like 4 months out of the year, we struggle with our bills. Or for 4 months, yeah. For 4 months out of the year, we're like, hey, we're covered. The rest of the year, we're like, well, we're shit out of luck.
Yeah,
I think
Go ahead.
if they were really wanting to take this seriously, like make it a flat fee. Don't make it like, hey, we're gonna watch how many people are watching this, because then there also goes into the whole level of privacy and fine.
Well,
and
I know it
I
has a
can't
little
watch my
thing
shows
But
that, you know,
Xbox does it, and every time you get one of those stupid Move cameras, they are hooked up to your system. They are watching everything in your living room, but you have no problem with putting an Xbox camera in your house.
Actually,
my
I
thing
don't.
is I agree with Pocky. There should just be a flat rate to like rent it at home for the hour, because what this is trying to do is say, you liked what Universal did, you liked what Disney's trying to do. We could do it for a per person basis and make you more money. That's basically, I think, all that this is existing
I think a lot
for.
of people wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I know a lot of people won't do it because they don't like the like. I love people who cover up the cameras on their laptop. I'm like, you have a camera right here that's always on too. You don't
Yeah.
seem to care about
The
that.
audio is always on. The cameras are always on. You are not blocking anything out, my friend. I promise. They're still watching you.
And that's the world we live in. And you can go and adjust your settings and things like that. I understand. I don't have anything to hide, so I don't really care. You want to watch me sit there, put my feet up, play a video game? I don't give a fuck. You're gonna laugh at how we talk because we've been trash talking each other for 2 days. But
You can be watching some awkward shit.
yeah,
I like going to the movie theaters because you get the big screen. You get the a sound
Quiet.
quality I don't get at home. You get,
I don't have to listen to my kid.
But
I
see,
get
I get that
I
here.
get a different atmosphere. I like going to the
Well,
theater because sometimes
No, you don't get
feel
the
the way
same
the
thing.
music hits you.
I
The
will
live
agree.
band.
If you go to a good theater, some of these theaters,
I go to good theaters.
like the one at AMC Lakeline, that theater sucked donkey balls. I do like the Cinemark in South Park Meadows. I do like the Evo. I love the Evo. And Draft House can be fun, but I'm tired of their food. They're so pretentious. Outside of that, the theaters are just kind of you know?
I've been also going to like this whole concert. Like, there's a thing about concert. Like when we went to Ailstorm, like everyone was in full pirate garb. Everyone was having a lot of fun. Like the Ren Fair people were there and hosting a Who was the Best Dressed Pirate. It was a lot of fun.
Yes,
And
I
at
get
one
that,
point-
Pocky, but look at where we are today with this COVID thing. Things are never going to go back to 100% normal. People now know, even with the vaccine, we don't know how far away it is. They're expecting a whole other spike come Christmas time and Thanksgiving. They're worried about having to shut down more things. It's been almost a year, and we're still freaking out about this kind of stuff. And that fear doesn't just go away overnight. So it's going to be a while before things actually go back to what we consider to be normal.
Think of it like this. Remember how we had the big spike of stuff that happened right after 9/11? Security got a lot more tighter. Everything changed. Now we consider it normal. You know you're going to go through that extra layer of security going into the airport. You know you're going to go through all this extra stuff doing that. It's now part of our everyday norm. We're still in that spike period of, oh, we're not used to how we want to go back to the way it was. Well, we're never going to go that way.
I agree.
Eventually, we'll hit this. It may not be as high spiked, but we'll hit this weird little, okay, here's the new norm. We're never going to be down here to where the norm was, but we'll eventually flatten out and get this new norm. We're still up in the spike area, though.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this one comes. Also, what I want you guys to talk about, because I don't know how I feel about this one. Sony bought Crunchyroll.
I love it.
I thought they already owned Crunchyroll.
They own
No, they own
Funimation.
Funimation.
So now they own the other big
Funimation
studio.
ain't-
I
They
mean,
own the other half. Yes.
Sony Japan now owns the largest point of anime.
So are they gonna just put it all on the Verve and just be done with it?
I would hope so. I would like that. It'd make my life easier because it's not like they don't already have all the same shit. The only thing Crunchyroll has different than Funimation is they have manga.
Well, they also have the Crunchyroll originals.
And most of their stuff is original language, dubbed,
They have
subtitled.
a large point of being subbed, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because Funimation is here in America and they dub everything anyway.
See, I
No,
prefer
I
to watch
think-
the dubs, so that's why I would with Funimation kind of stop Crunchyroll.
I own both. I use both because there are shows that I want to watch that are not dubbed yet. So for me, it's not a big damn deal that I own both services.
Hockey, your point on this?
Oh, I think it's really great. I think that this will. My more concern is just getting like the voice actors. Their make sure that their contracts are still good. With all their talents and what they're getting their residuals from.
Well, considering most of the content on Crunchyroll is Funimation property, I mean, the voice actors are still getting paid the same.
Yeah, that would be my only concern. It's just how everyone's getting paid. My also concern is it turning into a giant monopoly, but right now everything's kind of going that direction. So,
I mean, either Disney owns it or Sony owns it.
yeah, or Sony and Disney both own it at the same time.
Like Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man. Wait, does this mean we're about to get a Marvel anime crossover world?
They already made that.
I'm waiting to see how long it takes before Disney finally buys out Sony.
They can try.
They already made some Marvel animes. They were fucking amazing. There was a Wolverine one. There was the Blade one.
No, I mean like Marvel crossing over with like Naruto or some weird shit like that.
I'll say there's also the Avengers Discwares where like the Avengers
that was a
teleported.
weird ass show.
That was. I did like the Deadpool episode. That was actually really hilarious. Where he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so kawaii." He says that in English. It was really bad. But it was...
Cameos. Like, I want some really awkward cameos.
I mean, we're getting really awkward cameos this year.
Yeah, we are.
If you haven't seen the announcement for, Doctor Strange Multiverse.
With all the different Spider-Mans.
And Deadpool.
Yeah. I didn't know how this was going to play out. I hope they do put them all on Verve because I loved Verve. I had it until they dropped like half their stations because it was amazing. One place to go for things. And just like Hulu, it started out great and then everyone went off to do their own thing and then it just gets out of hand. And I don't watch enough anime these days to really warrant paying for either, but I still pay for Funimation for some reason.
Well, and see, then they'll start doing the weird thing like they did with Disney and Hulu, where they'll just start bundling. You bundle these things together, you get a better deal. When in reality, hey, my company's not doing so well, but yours is doing fantastic. Hey, you get the larger portion of this thing, and I'll get more people, which in the end will make my company more money overall.
I mean,
well, it can't be any more confusing than what HBO does with HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max, and DC Universe. So, I
was gonna say Hulu now has like ESPN attached to it. I mean, why they did that.
No,
ESPN
is part of Disney Plus.
Yeah, all three of them are owned by Disney.
Yeah, so you get ESPN Plus and Disney Plus together. I haven't even started ESPN Plus unless they do the Ocho. If they do a channel for the Ocho, that'll be on 24/7.
I'm just telling you, you need to put in your application and go to your Disney. I have this studio and we want to make the Ocho happen.
We want to watch the bizarre ass sports. I want to watch professional Russian slapper at fighting. Like, give me that shit every day.
Give me titty and butt wrestling.
I want to watch amateur the Devil's Wheel competitions.
Yes. Yes, all of that. We need to make a live action Kaijo. Like, come on. I would watch that because that was everything wrong that I hated about anime, but I love that series, so I can't help it.
I mean, you put the the original Japanese Ninja Warrior on Hulu the other day.
I saw that. I need to just go through and watch that. They did that one in that weird obstacle course game show where they like make you climb a hill of oil and throw rocks at you.
That's the original Ninja Warrior.
That wasn't
That's
the
original.
It's
Was that the
World's
original one?
Greatest something. World's Greatest Challenge or whatever it's called.
Oh yes, that one. I definitely will watch that one.
That
I
is
didn't
the
know.
original Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna laugh about Ron Jeremy, but he's too sad to laugh about. I don't know how this man
Yeah,
had a star. He is so ugly. He is so ugly.
That's what I was
Because
wondering, but still inform me about the dick.
Like
Yeah, he's
He's well
like
hung.
this or like this.
that's how you know God
Also,
has a
remember
sense of
his
humor.
look was coined in the 70s, where his
Who-
look was very popular.
Weird, creepy
Whatever's running this universe has a sense of humor to give us something that hideous.
I will say this: the '70s had cocaine and pot, so everybody was hot.
I
If
tell
you
you
had-
what, that shit was crazy, and now he's getting canceled too. But honestly, he
Yeah,
should've
he
kept
raped a
going.
bunch of people. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, he
He's
used up
old as
300
hell
over
now.
going to
He's
jail for
awkward
300
with cats. Very
to
awkward
go
cats.
a long time ago. He should have gone a long, long time ago. You
That's
are not sending
like
a picture,
people
are you?
I still wouldn't fuck it.
Yeah, but at
Still
the
wouldn't
time,
fuck that.
he was a very at the time he started, he was a very attractive man. Now, age is age.
Attractive for the 70s. He was buff.
Yeah.
He was very buff and attractive for the
Now
70s.
he's a fat, sad man.
All right,
Who
so
hosts
Jesus!
very
Told
all
you he
right.
was well hung.
yeah, he's
No.
got a when I said this, when I
This
did
is
this
what
number,
the number
I'm
was
not
about.
lying. That guy has got a
Yes, that is him sucking his own dick.
yes, he's that well hung.
I'm sorry. If you could suck your own dick, I'm not kissing your mouth. There is something wrong with you. I'm not going anywhere near that.
Like, this is what he got known for. I mean, there's a lot of pictures of it.
Wow, I'm glad I'm not sitting next to Jill.
So
He's standing up sucking his own dick.
I mean that's also what was it? I forgot. Peter North. Peter North did the same thing.
Ew!
He's also got an enormous penis. He started in
I-
gay porn and then did straight porn.
I mean, most porn stars are gay.
Well, you have to
Or
be
start off
because you got to be able to do everything.
You gotta have a fluffer.
Oh my god.
Lots of
oh my
fluffers.
God. All right, so we're gonna wrap this show up with I'm giving you guys 10 minutes. 10 minutes to talk about World of Warcraft. Unfettered, whatever, because something happened today. I don't know what happened, but you guys were talking about it with whatever. So I'm gonna start the timer and you guys can just start talking.
The absolute disappointment of pre-patch
Okay,
and
so-
the 16th anniversary.
So, week and a half ago, they dropped the 16th anniversary.
Okay, to start off with, they delayed launch, and we got the pre-patch,
Which was trash.
trash.
And then we gave us a recycled 15th anniversary for the 16th anniversary. And then you can get a cloak, which is crap. And then.
I love how Cassandra and I got nothing to add to this.
Oh, I have something to add to it, but it's gonna be at the end.
And then we've got.
Pre-patch, which has been very lackluster so far.
I mean, it's.
Which gives you a transmog set that if you PvP'd at all, you already
got.
have.
So,
And a pet. You can
and a
get
pet.
you
I
can get a
bought the pet. The pet. There's no mounts. All the world bosses are recycled, Ice Crown Citadel bosses.
Or ICC or
Or, yeah,
Ice Crown or
Ice Crown or
Rares.
ICC. It's so sad. It is very lackluster. You get 5 quests a day, and you can only kill Nathanos once. So it is very.
I'm hoping there's
awkwardly
more that comes
disappointing.
out with it. I know there's supposed to be the thing that goes where the ghouls actually end up sieging Ogremar and Stormwind in all the major cities. I know that eventually happens where you actually get to run around as a ghoul.
But right now, it's a very lackluster, disappointing.
I've gone back to doing dailies in Draenor.
That's how bad this is. Like, This is my first pre-patch, and I'm already like, all right, I'm bored. What's
I'm done.
next?
What's next?
Give me some more storyline.
What's your review on it, Pocky? I know
So-
y'all play the Alliance side, so maybe on the Alliance side it's better, but on the Horde
Courtney
side
plays Alliance.
it's
Cassandra
crap.
doesn't play.
So,
Well, Cassandra's trying to play.
so I haven't played since Pandera. In fact, I never even bought Pandera. No, wait, I did buy Pandera. What was after Pandera?
You mean Kung Fu Panda Land?
I worked
What?
at GameStop when Panda Land hit.
It was Mists of
Warlord.
Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, BFA, and now we're getting ready to go into Shadowlands.
I stopped after, so it would have been Warlords of Draenor. I did not get that game. In fact, I never got any of them.
Too.
I had
You
on.
had Warlords, honey.
I did have Warlords.
You have your Garrison.
I think Garrison was part of the free stuff they gave you because I didn't have Warlords.
No, you had Warlords.
Oh,
And
wait.
you have to have
was-
Warlords to get the Garrison.
Somebody like it, yes.
I think somebody bought it for me because they really wanted me to play it. I told them no to it, and they did anyway. I was, damn it. Okay, I'll install it. I haven't technically. I didn't play. I played a little bit of Warlords, but I stopped. So when Warlords started, I stopped. So the free weekend happened, and yes, I turned it on and played a little bit. I don't know any of this stuff personally because I'm on that island with helping the Lady Proudmoore, like not be executed and murdered.
You're on
Kill
I'm
the
finding
lady.
which I'm currently.
Far.
I am in Dressfar. I just. Yeah, I'm still over there. So Courtney's been enjoying it, but also mostly because she does have a really awesome guild she enjoys. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I've been using my Games Pass and playing a point-and-click adventure game written apparently by a woman who's you can definitely tell it's really, really good game. I don't know. I was enjoying it, but I also was a Healadin, so I don't do a lot of damage output. So I just keep everyone alive very, very well, including dungeons. So I don't know. My big
Dungeons are a lot of fun. That's where I spend half my time.
And then my wife gave me a token, so I'm going to be playing for like the next 30-ish days, if I feel like it. I'm going to try to play as much as I can, but like for at least the next 3 days, I can't.
So Pocky's an easy target.
I am if I was in a PvP zone.
He's
Proudmoore.
She's like, I'm not going to PvP zone. I'm not going anywhere near you.
I don't do
Gaking
PvP.
each other's half our fun.
Yeah, I get an achievement for Gaking Alliance players.
Alliance, like we just got a guitar.
I don't like PvP just personally. It's not my thing. So
I don't like PvP either, but it's a lot of fun sometimes.
Just go kink each other in a guitar for hours on it. I died.
I-
I'm gonna wait. I'm alive. I
yeah,
died.
no, I like what they're doing with the idea of Shadowlands. I just don't know if I'll be a part of it, but we'll see what happens. I'm on Proudmoore, but on some guild.
I'm on Area 52.
Yeah, we're Area 52. I have some on Proudmoore. I have some.
I have
friends across the worlds. But I have a feeling the opener of Shadowlands is going to be very, very boring. But once you get past the opener into the really good content, like I'd say the good content is typically what they call the meaty content. The beginner is going to be crap. You're going to hit into the good content, and I think we'll actually be having fun.
You know, I kind of want more of the storyline.
Yeah.
You're blockaded by raid bosses.
Yeah, I'm blockaded by raid bosses.
And I just got attacked by moth.
Yeah, creepy moth. But I mean, I enjoy WoW for the storyline. I know there's a lot of people that go just for the fighting and the raiding. I like the storylines, and the storyline they gave me for pre-patch, I enjoyed, and then they cut it off.
Well, yeah, I think
they could have kept rolling with that. I would have been happy.
I think the pre-patch was only supposed to be so long. I think the pre-patch was supposed to only be so long, and then like, hey, now it's Shadowlands, which is supposed to happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, pre-patch is only a 2-week pre-patch.
Right, but it's like, yeah, it's not. It's going to be longer than that.
It's like I don't play the Alliance side of the story, so I never get their side of the story. So I don't know if they have to kill Nathanos too. But
you have to kill Nathanos.
Yes, and I've already killed him multiple times.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to.
So have I. It's so much fun.
But we were like, we don't know what their side of the story is. We just know how our side of the story is going. And we know that Tyrande played right into Nathanos' fucking hands.
I have no idea.
He baited her into killing him so bad. Spoiler if you haven't watched it yet.
Spoiler, when the dude goes, go ahead and kill me, you'll send me right to my lady, and you kill him, don't you think you're just giving him what he wants?
So, I also been reading my book. I've been reading. I've been actually trying to. So I've also changed my mentality. I've been trying to be less on visual video games and actually try to read more of tabletop gaming.
Are y'all done talking about WoW? I expect a lot more of you guys than that.
Oh no, I can keep ranting.
We can rant. Like, I can go back into my Fox people that you want to call my Mogwai.
No, the Mogwai was your Murloc.
My little purple Murloc they released.
No, it was the character she was running around as. It looked like a freaking Mogwai.
It's a Volpira.
It's a Volpiran.
All right. So
all I wanted to announce was that I was playing again, and that was it for a little bit.
We need to eventually get Gavin into playing this.
Gavin
I played it for
completed
a
his
month.
12-step program.
I have not touched it for years.
As I said, Gavin completed his 12-step program.
Yeah, my drug of choice is Destiny. So
My thing is the only reason I came back for that weekend was because A, it was free, and B, that was also the weekend of our anniversary, so I went back as an anniversary gift.
Yeah.
Of
My
course.
wife has been wanting to show me off to her guild. So I also
What she
rechanged
did.
my train.
Just threw me in a Discord and go, hey, look, all these people know you. And now every time I pop in the Discord, they're like, hey, it's Harley. And I'm like,
Which I find
who the
funny because
fuck
I'm
are
not
you
even in that guild
people?
anymore. I'm in a mythic
I
guild.
yeah, I'm like, who
I
the
just-
fuck are you? I don't know you, but okay, hi.
I got recruited into a mythic raiding guild, so woohoo! I'm gonna go stress out for a couple weeks.
all right. So, well, I guess welcome back to WoW, Pocky. Hope you have fun in it. I will not be
only
going
for the
back
next
ever.
30 days.
Yep.
I only have fun with it for the next 30 days because that's probably all I get my attention span with. My problem is I'm also paying for Games Pass, and I may have found a new game that you and I will have to try later.
Which one?
I mean, we can always
Hold on. Hold on.
tomorrow.
It
Oh, yeah,
is.
what's tomorrow?
Hold on. It is called Drake Hollow.
Oh yes, I have it. It's on my. But I gotta figure out how it works because it's on my backup hard drive, which can be read by the X. But if it's formatted for the X, it has to play off. Anyways, yeah, I have it. I'll figure it out.
Because it's supposed to be a multiplayer game, but it's supposed to be like kind of a more gothic version of Grounded.
Yep.
Like you get abandoned into this fleet, and you get little leaf creatures as your pets to make you let them do your job.
Yeah, anytime you
So I'm
find
all for
something,
that.
just send it to me from the app, and we can have it. So that's it, everyone. We are done for today. Tomorrow will be Super Gamer Bros. I forget what we're talking about, but we may talk next gen consoles.
Oh, I think we're talking next gen, and also what it means the holiday season rush. That's what we're going to talk about. Was like
yeah.
next generation and also holiday gaming.
Because that'll probably
Like,
be the last one until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because you're losing my ass tomorrow.
Where?
The PS5 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch! I already got my Xbox One Series X set up. It puts your PlayStation 5 to shame, just so you know.
Well, your game's a piece of shit. So, and all you've got is Destiny. So.
Just wait, bitch. We have Games Pass. And we have a whole bunch of stuff on the way.
I mean, I got PlayStation Plus. Who needs Game Pass?
Wow, I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
So
Can I time out on this one and say, as a neutral party who loves all systems everywhere, I have to actually kind of give it to Xbox. The Games Pass, Sony's Pass needs some serious tuning before.
Nothing that Xbox puts out every month makes me want to buy Game Pass. They're not my kinds of games.
do you know what Games Pass is?
Yes, I've seen it. It's like PlayStation Now.
Let's face it, we aren't going to be doing anything for the next several months because we're going to be elbow deep in garb.
And games.
Yeah. Then I have to free up bandwidth for you on Thanksgiving Day for your wild junkie while we eat dinner.
Yep.
I've got to read. It's Thursday night.
All right.
You'd think they'd give her a break on something.
But we opted not to.
All right, guys. So that's it. We'll be back next week for our last episode before Thanksgiving. Join us. Who the fuck knows what we're going to talk about then? We don't know what the week's going to bring us.
Yeah.
And we're going to have lots of fun. So thanks, Jill, for joining. We'll probably have you on more often in the future because you're fun.
Also, I don't
And-
know when I'll be free, so.
Yeah, so